How's it going, everyone? It's Daikin here, and finally bring you some more Granblue Fantasy Versus Rising news. Now, there was a Granblue Showcase Part 2 that just happened not too long ago, and they gave us a ton of new news about what to expect heading into Granblue and, of course, the future of the game. So let's talk about it. Now, for my story and lore peeps out there, they did give a summary of the original Granblue story. So the original Granblue Fantasy Versus story, they gave a little summary of that and had a little panel talking about, you know, the overall arcing story of what was accomplished or what happened so far, because we are heading into a new game, and a new game does mean a new story for Granblue Fantasy Versus. And with that being said, they showcase what they said is going to be the first DLC character for the character pass, Lucilius. So they showcased a brand new cutscene where it showed him coming down. Some people guessed this when we had the original trailer and we had old boy looking up, and everybody was like, oh, this is definitely this character. And yeah, it is Lucilius. So Lucilius is supposed to be the first character for the DLC season pass, and they did showcase the season pass roadmap as well. So we see here he is going to be coming out mid-January, and then there are going to be a total of 6 characters here. There's going to be one in late February, one in April, and in May, summer, and autumn. So we have 6 characters in the span of just up to fall. So very, very quick, right? So we're having 6 characters in a year. So very good. We're having a lot of stuff, and there's plenty more to talk about here. These guys went absolutely ham with the news update here. Now, because we have this brand new story character, which I believe her name is Rain or Reen, they also showed off Lucius like we just talked about. So they are also showcasing more support characters coming into the game. Now, in the beta, we didn't have this feature, but if you do remember us talking about it before, there's going to be sort of a support system where you can have a character on the screen, like a little chibi version of your character, and they just basically give you little tips or something about the match, or just say little things depending on what are happening. So it's almost, once again, about Persona. If you played Persona, where you can have the supporting character in that, and they're in the top right of the screen or top left, the navigator or whatever, they just basically narrate the match, commentate the match, and just give you tips hey, watch out for this thing, or watch out for that, or oh no, this thing happened, or whatever, or, let's turn this around, or whatever. They're basically just going to be there like that. So nothing too crazy, but yeah, they just showcasing that we are going to have more of these support characters. And I don't know who the one in the top right is, but of course we have Lucius, and then the other new girl that is part of the story as well. Now, I have never seen this anime nor played the game, even though the gameplay looks pretty cool sometimes. I do like the craziness of the races and stuff. But we are going to have a continuation of the Uma Musume Pretty Derby collaboration. So they're going to have more of the characters inside of the game that you can play with, as far as having them as your chibi avatar. And I mean play with, because they are actually playable inside of the Granblue Brews Legends. So if you've been playing that, if you played the beta and you tried out the Granblue Legends, you'll know that all the chibi avatars and stuff that we get are playable in that mode. So yes, if we have collaboration characters, they're going to be playable inside that mode, and they're going to be continuing this with adding 4 other characters from that series inside of the game, as you can see here. Now, if you're a fan of Naya, you probably will be pleased to know that she will have a character skin as well, just like Gran and Vegeta has, that they already showcased. Now, I believe they said something about this will be something inside the battle pass. Now, if you don't remember, Granblue Fantasy Versus actually one of the few fighting games that actually do have a battle pass. There's a free version, and then there's a premium version that gives you more cosmetics. This probably will be in the premium side. I'm not sure. This is probably how they're going to try to do some more monetization for the game. But yes, there are going to be costumes that are going to be inside the game, and this is just showcasing that there is another character coming with it, and Naya is going to be one of those characters. So let me know what you guys think about this costume, and yeah, let me know how you guys feel about the overall practice of this battle pass thing. I know Street Fighter 6 got one, and now we got one inside of this game. How do you guys feel about it? You feel like it's okay? How do you guys feel? Just let me know. Now, if you're more of a competitive player for fighting games, they did talk about tournament series and stuff like that. So we do have the Arc World Tour. They did talk about a special tournament series happening for Granblue Fantasy Versus Rising. That's going to be at the Cygames Cup in Japan, the Kayane Cup in France, and of course Frosty Frostings, which is here in the US. And top place of this will qualify for the Arc World Tour finals later that year. So if you are a competitive player, these are some of the tournaments to look forward to. Once again, Kayane Cup in France, Frosty Frostings in the US, and then Cygames Cup in Japan for those tournaments respectively. Now, they did show off some gameplay things that I do want to talk about a little bit, but before we get into that, they did showcase a roadmap, a complete roadmap of what to expect for Granblue Fantasy Versus Rising, and this we got a lot to talk about here. So we already know the roadmap for the characters that they showcased. So we see the 6 characters there. So we have Lucius as the first character, and then we have 6 other characters going up to Autumn. But in between that, we have segments of a new stage, new in-game features, and online lobby updates. So they're not done with the lobby system. If you like the lobby system in Granblue, which is one of the best lobby systems I've seen, by the way, where you have like the mini games and stuff in there, you have a little soccer thing. It's like a whole like sort of platformer or whatever, where you could jump around and like go up to the sky. It's really crazy. The backdrop of the stage is like the old like flying boat that we used to have. Is really nice. And then of course new in-game features, whatever that could be. Then we're gonna have new Granblue's game mode. So we have like, I believe they're like 5 or 6 modes now. We're gonna add more because they talked about it before. They had like that little picture, I believe it was like Shibuya or something like that, and they was like, oh, what's gonna happen in Shibuya? It was part of the Granblue mode. So they're definitely probably going to be talking about that. And we have new online lobby mini games. What could that mean? Like, they have the soccer thing, so I'm guessing they're actually going to add more stuff to do inside of the lobby itself, like more little things to do. I'm wondering what could they possibly add? Like, it's crazy, man. They added so much stuff. Then we're going to have new bonus stories and then a whole new game mode. So we already have Granblues, and then we already have like all these game modes. What other game mode could they possibly add to the game? The story mode is also really crazy. With you can already play it with friends. So the story mode is multiplayer and you could grind stuff. They already had like these boss raid things that were like in the game, so that's nothing new. So outside of the stuff that we already are expected to see, like the boss raids, you know, the Granblues that we already have, the full-on story mode with all the cosmetics and stuff, like you doing your whole grid, just like the actual mobile game. What other game mode could they possibly give us? This game already has so much stuff. It's crazy they're actually adding more. But yeah, this is all we could expect just for in the span to Autumn, right? So yeah, it's so much stuff, and then I can only imagine we're going to get more stuff out of this. I do not expect this to be the end of the game. This is a brand new title. I expect they're probably going to do something else after this. So the fact that we're getting all of this just showcases like how much they are really putting into this title, and I'm super excited about this game. And like just the span of where we're getting stuff, right? It's like we're getting something like every month, every other month. It makes the game feel fresh and it doesn't get stale, especially with them adding new stages and new in-game features and all this stuff as well, on top of just having these characters. And it already just has so much stuff to do inside the game already. So super excited about this. Yeah, let me know down in the comments below how you guys feel about this roadmap. I'm super excited about it. Looks good to me. And yeah, this is where the future of fighting games should be going, something like this. One other thing I almost forgot to talk about was that they did showcase the digital figure mode. So if you play the Guilty Gear series, Guilty Gear Xrd or Strive, you know that they have a digital figure mode inside those games. So you basically like take the models of the characters, put them in different settings, you know, do your camera work and stuff like that, and like have like all these different props and all this cool stuff, and pretty much just make like a scene or whatever. It's something like just unique for people to do. You can like unlock different ones, and like when we get more characters and stuff, you'll have more figures to work with. It's like almost like, you know, just creating like little scenes. People make some fun stuff with this. It's just something extra for people to do. Once again, just adding on to the gameplay features we already have. We already got digital figure mode 2. What else could they possibly add to the game? What else is it? Like, I have no idea. But yeah, this is one of the other things that they did showcase. Just want to talk about that real quick. And finally, the last thing I want to talk about from the Granblue showcase was the gameplay segment that they did. So they did some developer matches, and we actually got to see some more gameplay of Grimnir, but finally some actual gameplay of Nier. Now there was, of course, the videos for both these characters, but if you don't know, on the Twitter page, they did showcase some Grimnir gameplay, so he actually isn't new, but we haven't actually got to see Nier gameplay outside of her gameplay trailer, and this is the first time we get to see her like actually in full, you know, without editing, full in-game action. So we actually get to see the HUD and stuff, and now we get to see that she has these heart symbols. So this is how she's going to control the puppet. So you can see that she starts off with 13 of these, and as she uses moves, she will deplete them. Now, from what I can gather from watching this footage multiple times, this seems like she's a very interesting character, because what she is doing is she's basically spamming EX moves, and the EX moves just go, like, they just regenerate really fast. So as she does an EX move, it seems like it takes off like 1 to 2, and then it starts taking out like 2, 2, 2 every time she does it. So there's one time where she had them sandwiched, and you can see that she's just spamming EX moves. They are EX moves, because there are times we can see that she does it without EX moves. Now, the only 2 moves that I see that she has done is there's these cards that are behind her. There's one with like a single slash, and it looked like it's just like where the puppet just comes at you and just does one slice. And then there's this one that has like multiple slashes on it, and that one's like sort of like a berserker slash or something. So they just come at you with like multi-rapid slashes, and it seemed like there's ways to make this plus. It looked like the EX rapid slash is plus. Also look like the slow version of the single slash, which takes a long time to come out, also seems to be plus, that we see she's running behind it. So it seems like she's going to have some plus tools as well. Some of these things as well can also be done in the air. There's one time she jumped in the air and we can see that the persona comes down. I would call it persona, but yeah, we see them come down and they actually like do a slam, and then she chained into another one. So even from the air and then landing, you can chain another special into special. She is doing special to special cancels pretty much, spinning this meter as you see. And this is also going to be stuff for like how she does her DPs and her ultimate skills. She's going to be using these points. Now, nowhere in the footage, unfortunately, we don't see what happens when she actually depletes. So that's going to be something that we're going to see. I wonder, once it depletes, maybe you can't chain them together. Maybe you still have access to the puppet, but you can't chain them. Or maybe you have access to the puppet and you still could chain, but you can't, you don't have access to them not being on instant cooldown, because what's happening is they're doing instant cooldown. So maybe they actually have the regen, so you can only do like, you know, a chain into a chain and then they're on cooldown. So maybe that's how it's going to work, but I guess we're going to have to find out when the game officially releases. But yeah, that's pretty much all I could come up with from the actual footage from this, because my old boy Bellio here was actually putting in the work. She seems like she's going to be a more technical character, so it's probably harder for the developer to actually showcase her. But yeah, let me know how you guys feel about this character. I think she's pretty interesting. One other thing to say about her is it seems like when you actually call the puppet to do something, it stays on the screen until she gets hit. Now, I don't know what happens when she is put on block, but at least on hit for sure it goes away. So that's something good. We can see that. And yeah, this character just looks very interesting, man. I can't wait to see more about this character, get my hands on this character, and actually yeah, see what people come up with in the next 2 weeks once we all get our hands on this game. But yeah, that is everything from the Granblue Showcase. One other thing that they did talk about was there is going to be more news coming soon. So there is a big Granblue Festival that happens at the end of the year. This is going to be in December, and they're going to showcase more stuff there. So look forward to the Granblue Festival. That's December 23rd, and they're going to talk about more stuff. I believe they said they're going to reveal the next DLC character there too. So if you want to know who the next DLC character is, don't miss the Granblue segment at the Granblue Fest happening December 23rd. Anyway, that is all the news I got for you guys today. I'm super excited for Granblue Fantasy Versus Rising. I will be making plenty of guides and videos and tutorials about this game, so definitely look forward to all of that. I will be covering a lot of Granblue as usual. But let me know down in the comments below what you guys found the most exciting. Are you more excited for the story mode, about the future DLC characters, the overall roadmap? Are you excited for more collaboration characters, more, you know, Granblue shenanigans stuff? Or are you excited about getting skins for your characters, you know, some favorite costumes that your characters may have, possibly making it into the game? Let me know down in the comments below what you're more excited about coming to Granblue Fantasy Versus Rising. As always, if you like anything I had to say, drop me a like. I really appreciate it. And if you want more from me, follow me on my socials. Also, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you know the next video goes live. As always, my name is Daikin, and I'll see you next time. Signing out.